Don't let the ghosts and the ghouls disturb you.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Josh from Nightmare on Woodsboro Lake. Thank you guys for tuning in to another movie review. Um, this one is going to be spoiler free, of course. I've been trying to do that a lot more lately than spoiling all these movies. A lot of them I feel like most people have seen by now, but just in case you have like those few people that have not, I don't want to ruin it for you. So tonight's film, I remember seeing it for the first time in high school. I went with my best friend at the time, and then a girl from my school who I was friends with as well. We went and saw this. My mom was totally cool with it. My stepdad, we couldn't tell him because he didn't like, horror movies or us seeing anything. I mean, this movie, a little more suspense and thriller than straight horror. But this was back in 2007, and this is the movie Disturbia. So it has Aaron Yu, Sarah Romer, Shia LaBeouf, and I can't remember the killer's name. He was really good though. Like, he was unsettling. Like, just everything about him was just unnerving. But so this movie is about this young man named Kale. And I said Kale, not Gale. And he is going through a really rough patch in his life. I'm not going to give away why, but so he is going through a really rough patch, which ends up in him beating the snot out of his Spanish teacher, and he ends up being put on house arrest. And during this time of house arrest, he has a lot of free time to kind of spy on the neighbors and see what everyone's lives are like, because his life has slowed down immensely. Like, his mom gets rid of his Xbox and his TV, so he's like very limited in what he can do, So during this like whole spying stuff going on, he ends up finding out that one of his neighbors, for being such a quiet, like, non-interesting neighbor, has some dark secrets to hide and is not as boring as he appears on the surface. So it trying not to spoil anything, it's a very good movie. It's a very good thriller, like, suspenseful movie, like I said before. It borders on the horror. There is, like, killing that goes on in this, and there's definitely some dark parts to it. I really enjoyed this a lot. I've enjoyed this since the first day I saw it. I think it holds up really, really well. It's very unique and very different. Like, it's not just your standard cookie cutter movie. Honestly, I don't know any off the top of my head that it reminds me of. I mean, I'm sure there's elements from other films, but like, it's unique enough on its own that, like, I don't think many people can just like fire off a list of movies that are exactly like Disturbia. It's got a fun soundtrack. You got a little bit of System of a Down, and This World Fair. That one's not as known as System of a Down, but has some good music. It has a good score. Um, the main antagonist is very unsettling, very unnerving. Um, Everyone does a really good job at acting in this film. And I know he's gotten a lot of crap in the more recent years, but like Shia LaBeouf nails it. I think he did really good in this film, along with his sidekick, Aaron Yu, and Sarah Romer did a really, really good job as well. She is Kale's new neighbor that ends up getting entwined in their little escapade. And yeah, I really, really couldn't recommend this movie enough if you haven't seen it. I mean, holy crap, it's been about 15 years. I think it's about time you checked it out if you haven't. Even just for a fun Friday night, you got nothing better to do. It could be fun. I don't know where they're streaming it. I've always owned it, so I could just pop it in whenever I feel like. I feel like it's definitely worth a watch, though. If I was to grade this movie, hands down, it'd easily be at least a B. Is it like edge of my seat, like, oh my god, like the whole time? No, but it holds up really well, and I think it's a really fun time. Definitely has that like spooky vibe, because the thing that I enjoy about movies like this is this could really happen. You don't know who you live next to. You think you might know all your neighbors, but God knows what's happening behind closed doors. I know whenever I drive down the road, as morbid as this might sound, I'm always like, I wonder if anyone's ever died in that house. I wonder if anyone's been murdered there. Or like, how many of these places have someone like being tortured or killed in the basement or the attic? Like, it's just, it crosses your mind, because like, how real, serial killers are. It scares me more than like monsters or creatures, or like even like paranormal, or like like that kind of thing. Like, obviously, like movies like The Exorcist and like exorcism movies, like that stuff is like realistic as well, but serial killers top the list. Like, you never know who's next door to you. You never know when might be the wrong day. You might find yourself in your neighbor's basement in a soundproof room being tortured to death before they finally give you the sweet release of death. As dark as that sounds, like, you never know. So, I really enjoyed this. Let me know in a comment below what you think of this film. If you've ever seen it. Did you like it? Was it not quite your cup of jack? I'd love to just pick your brain a little bit and hear your thoughts. It's definitely one that's been in my collection and will remain in my collection. I think throughout time, like I said, I feel it has aged very well. And also, if you want to find me on Instagram, my handle is n.o.w.l.91. Feel free to follow me on there, message me, anything. I love chit-chatting with everybody, getting to know you guys. It means the world to me that you guys take a little bit of time out of your day to watch my videos. So definitely feel free to hit me up. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please join the Nightmare on Woodsboro Lake family. I think you'll like it here. We're all about horror, and yeah. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Means the world to me. All right. Well, hey, my friends, keep killing it out there, and just remember, don't get caught.